and being shocked and horrified and angered and enraged by it. And wanted to know, like, what could I do to contribute? And we did, something in Pittsburgh, as there were all around the world, people responded to this. Not just here in Oakland, but all around the world. And so my first national show that I ever did was in Fresno, California, shortly after that. And I flew into Oakland, and I remember, Davey, I think you picked me up from the airport, Davey. And I remember I rode on the, riding on the BART station and thinking, like, man, this is where my brother was just killed. And I went and did the show in Fresno, and I was going to come back and shoot some video at the BART station that next day. And it was a big rally that night. And I remember I called a friend of mine and said, hey, man, can you meet me at the BART station? I want to go and shoot some footage up by Fruitvale. He said, no, the BART station's closed. He said, have you watched the news? Then you see what happened. It was a rebellion in Oakland. And I remember coming here the next day, and I had never seen as many police officers as I seen coming downtown Oakland the next day, and helicopters in the sky. But what really, and I just began to talk to people about the history of police brutality in Oakland that culminated at that time with Oscar Grant. It wasn't just, it was a history of this. And feeling the pain and hurt of the people here, and understanding that because it's a history in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's a history in New York City, it's a history in Los Angeles. And on the plane ride back to Pittsburgh, I wrote this tribute to Oscar Grant. It was really the first time that as an artist, I really took time to do a tribute to a particular person, so I want to share that with you all. And it's emotions, so just bear with me as I share this tribute. I called it OG3. It's 2009, feeling fine from the party after New Year's Eve. You know the train's getting rowdy, and having a couple drinks doesn't make me an alkie. People started fighting and somebody pointed out me. Here comes the bar police charging me. I don't author beef, I'm a father, please. I got a little girl at home, she only 4 years old. She my world, my flesh and bone, as tears started to roll. If they just looked him in his eye, they could see clear to his soul. But those cops only understood fear and control. Face down on the ground in a prone position. Bystanders start recording, cell phones are flipping, thinking this another brother on the road to prison. They had no idea they gon' witness a lynching. The young brother was flinching, but he wasn't resisting. Then Johannes Mezzali made a fatal decision. As he rose to his feet and took hold of his seat, the entire train station froze in disbelief. Oscar, the father, barely over 20, with goals and the dreams of lifestyle and family. His last seconds on earth, he didn't know it could be. Only that dirty train station flow he could see. Pop, you heard the bullet explode through his fleece. You won't see an execution that cold in the streets. Damn, you see what happened? Them cops started flashing cell phones they was grabbing. I hit mine in the lining of my jacket. That cop was a cold-hearted bastard. Shooting them in the back is an act of a savage. A flash from the gap that snatched your whole future. You can lose your life just by being a commuter. As soon as I get home, I upload to the computer on YouTube entitled "A Cowardly Police Shooter." The rally's at 3 o'clock at the station up the block. The sign that I got says jail all killer cops. I'm hot to say the least. Especially at the police chief who said the shooting was conclusive. You seen the video, man, them cops is ruthless. We tired of the crying and the goddamn excuses. Why we always be the one with the bruises in the back of the police cruisers? As the cops posting riot gear. It's a peaceful demonstration, we don't pose no threat. Mr. Officer, if you had a child and someone shot him in the back, would you want him on trial? Would you want the DA and the mayor to vow that you would get justice for an act so foul? Man, I'm sick of all this waiting. We want justice right now. To hell with all the yelling. It's time for the rebellion. My name is Jasiri X, y'all. Peace.
All right, one more time. Give it up for Jasiri X. All right, so before we bring up our next person, I want to bring back one of the chants from the Oscar Grant movement. And many of y'all know this. I say, I am Oscar Grant. I am Oscar Grant. I am Oscar Grant.